Jai Hind, my dear students, and today's we have discussed about the machine learning techniques, and the subject code of this machine learning technique subject is KCS 055. And today's we have discussed about to the introduction part, and what is machine learning, why we machine learning used, and what are the applications and the machine learning. So let's start with the machine learning, which is a very interesting topics. So these are the courses outline of the machine learning. The first one is the introduction to machine learning. Second one, history of the machine learning. History means in the past backward area how the machine learning is evolved. Types of machine learning. There are basically three types of: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and the reinforcement learning. Okay. So the first part is the introduction to the machine learning. The term machine learning was coined by the Arthur Samuel in 1959, an American pioneer in the field of computer gaming and the artificial intelligence, and stated that it gives computer the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. So means the computer in the what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is an intelligence which is artificially, which is made by the man, and it's artificial intelligence just like to learn itself. So that's why that we hear the machine learning. So machine learning means it's a learn by the itself by the machine. So and in 1997 the Tom Mitchell gave a well posed mathematical and relational definition that a computer program is said to learn from experience E with respect to the some task of T and some performance measure P if its performance on T as measured by P improve with the experience E. So basically just like to human brain, I am talking about the human brain, and if the human brain, if the human brain is learn something for the experience, if I am moving to the one road and I am just slip on that particular road, then I have recognized that particular road have a hole, and I have slept in on that particular day. So basically same like of the machine learning, we will using the same step which is into the human brain, human are learning. Okay. So that is the definition. We have already discussed about that given by the Tom Mitchell. If you want your program to predict, for example, traffic patterns at the busy intersection, like the task T, the traffic pattern is called the task T. You can run it through a machine learning algorithm with data about past traffic patterns, that's the experience E, and if it has successfully learned, and it will then do better at the predicting future traffic pattern, that is called the performance measure B. So basically the task, first we have to identify the task, and we have a previous past experience data, and then go to the performance of the particular, just like the Google map. I am taking the example of the Google map, and there is so many of data in the Google map, and we can easily easily find out about the to the traffic pattern and the toll tax in the particular with the using of Google map. Okay. So prediction, example of the machine learning. In the example of the machine learning, that we can using the prediction. Prediction just like to predict about to any things will be which will be happened in the futures. So machine learning can also be used in the prediction system. Considering the lone example, to compute the probability of a fault, the system will need to classify the available data in the group. So the image recognition, so image recognition is basically machine learning can be used for face detection in an image as well. So there is a separate category for each person in the database of the several people. Next is speech recognition, and speech recognition basically speech recognition, it is the translation of the spoken words into the text, and it is used to voice search and more. So basically voice user interface, and voice user interface, just like right now we have to using the Google Assistant and to the Alexa. So these are the example of the speech recognition. So It can also be used as simple data entry and preparation for the structured documents. Just like today's scenario, we have just speech to the our mobile and go to the my alarm is set on that particular time. So that is Google Assistant is set your alarm with your speech. So medical, next one is a medical diagnosis. So medical diagnosis, ML is trained to recognize cancerous tissues, and just like to right now the COVID-19 scenarios, there is so much so much uses of machine learning, like the Arogya Setu app and to the contact tracing and for using the vaccine. So there is so many uses in the medical field. Next one is the financial industry and the trading. So financial industry, basically companies use ML in fraud investigation and the credit check, or just like to for the loan purpose, and we can using that machine learning approaches. Okay. So it's a quick history about the machine learning. In this quick history, the basically the whole part is basically we can say that is the artificial intelligence, and that is the whole which is starting in the 1950 or we can say that the early 1950s. Next one, machine learning is a sub part of the artificial intelligence, and it's also the deep learning. Deep learning is a part of the machine learning. So basically the machine learning is the part is learning beginning to the flourish, and since an early flush of the optimizing in the 1950, smaller subset of the artificial intelligence, first machine learning, then deep learning, the subset of machine learning have created ever user disruption. Okay. So a quick history of the machine learning. So it was in 1940 when the first manually operated computer system is called the ENIAC, is electronic numerical integrated and computer was invented. Okay. In the 1950, we the first computer game program claiming to able to beat the checkers world champions. So this program helped checkers players a lot in improving their skills. So around the same time, the scientist Frank Rosenfeld invented the perceptron. So perceptron is the key point in every machine learning algorithms. So perceptron, which was a very simple classifier, but where it is was combined in the large numbers in a network, it becomes a powerful monster. So well, the monster is relative to the time, and in that time it was real breakthrough. So with the invention of the perceptron, then we will using so many of problems solved by the machine learning. Next is statics. Statics like to the machine learning become very famous in 1990. So that is very famous in 1990 because the intersection of the computer science and statics gave way to probabilistic approach. Probabilistic approach means its approach is based on the probability. So having large scale data available, scientists started to build intelligent systems that were able to analyze and learn for the large amount of data. As a highlight, IBM Deep Blue system beat the world champion of chess, the Grandmaster Garry Kasparov. So basically, in 1990s field, after the 1990s, the machine learning grow very rapidly. Okay, because so many perceptron are jointed and create a very monster, and we will using that perceptron. So that is also 1980 advanced. These are the some analogy which is using in the in 1980 field. Advanced decision tree and the rule learning, explain based learning, learning and the planning and problem solving, utility problems, analogy, cognitive architecture, resurgence of the neural network, Valiant PSE learning theory, and focus on experimental methodology. Okay, so these are the 1980 era, and 1990s is data mining and adaptive software agent web application, text learning, reinforcement learning, inductive logic programming, and the ensemble. Ensemble means bagging, boosting, and staying Bayes-Net learning. Clear? In right now in 2000 in the 2000 years, Support vector machine SVM and the kernel methods is introduced, and the graphical models also. Statistical relational learning and transfer learning, sequential labeling, collaborative classification, the structure output, computer system applications just like the compiler, debugging, graphics and security, and also using the email management and the personalized assistant that learn, and learning in robotics and vision. So in the 2000 era, it's basically it's day by day increased the machine learning approaches. In the 2010, basically deep learning system is introduced, and learning for the big data, Bayesian method, multitask and lifelong learning, and application to vision, speech, social network, learning to read, etc. So basically the machine learning field is day by day is growth is very rapidly, and we will use in the upcoming future. So many our daily to daily life we will use to the machine learning. So after that, machine learning, the types of machine learning, basically there are the 4 types of machine learning, we can say that, but there is 3 types is basically there is a 3 types, supervised learning, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning, and the semi-supervised learning. So the first 3 is the main important task of the 3 learning, supervised, unsupervised and the reinforcement, and semi-supervised is a combination of supervised and the unsupervised learning. So let's discuss about these 3 learning algorithms. So first that is the whole part of the machine learning. The machine learning have 3 important types, that is supervised learning, unsupervised learning and the reinforcement learning in the figure. So the supervised learning is basically have 2 methods, just like the classification and the regression. So classification means that is classify the data, just like to classify the incoming mail is spam or not. So that is called the classification, and there in the classification field that we will use diagnosis, customer retention, image classification and identity fraud detection. Okay. Next is regression where we use to the continuous increment or continuous decrement of the value, just like the population protection, or in this scenario that is we can say that the COVID-19 scenarios, that is how much COVID-19 patient is after 1 month. So basically that is the regression. Advertising popularity prediction, and weather forecasting, market forecasting, estimating life expectancy and population growth prediction. So basically these are the we can say that the method of the regression. Unsupervised learning, basically 2 methods we will use, a dimensional reduction and the clustering. So dimensional reduction is basically we will use for the structure recovery, feature allocation, big data visualization and the meaningful compression. Into the clustering field we will use the recommender system, targeted marketing and the customer segmentation. In the reinforcement learning, then we will use the real time decision, robot navigation, learning task, skill acquisition and the game AI. So basically these are the approaches of machine learning, that the different area we will use we have to use into the machine learning field. Okay. So first we will discuss about the supervised learning algorithms. So in supervised learning, an artificial intelligence system is presented with data which is labeled. Labeled means we have a know about the data, which kind of data that's have, which means that each data tagged with the correct label. Okay, just like you have an animal and animal with name and color and specification. So the goal is to approximate the mapping function so well that when you have new input data X, that you can predict the output variable y. So you have a input data, already have a input data. So I have a so many data, just like to I am finding the value of I have a so many mail in my mailbox, and I have to classify that mail with the given data. So the mail, I have a documents mail, I have a marketing mail, I have a we can say that study mail or courses mail. So I have to bifurcate these data, these mail into the particular folder. Okay, just like this. This is the example of the supervised learning, and that is the classification example. There is the incoming mail, not spam and spam, that is learns and learned after the learning algorithms. The new mail is coming, then its categorical separation, and the mail is the new mail is spam or not spam. So enable the machine to be trained to classify observation into the some classes. So basically that is the example of the supervised learning which we have right now we have to use that particular spam and not spam in our mail. Basically two types of supervised learning. First is classification, second one is the regression. Classification problem is when the output variable is a category just like to classes such as a red, blue, diseases and no diseases. Okay, just like the true, false, positive, negative, 0 or 1, and we can say that the classes first class, second class, third class. So the classification is basically the output variable into the form of category. Second one is the regression. So a regression problem is when the output variable is real values such as salary or weight, just like to COVID-19 patient, and after the 1 or 2 month how much the patient in our in world or India. Next one is unsupervised learning algorithms. So in unsupervised learning, an artificially intelligent system is presented with unlabeled means there is no labeling in particular that kind of data, uncategorized data, and the system algorithm act on the data without prior training. So there is no training provided to that particular database or in this learning algorithm. So the output is dependent upon to the coded algorithms. So subjecting a system to unsupervised learning is one way of testing artificial intelligence. Just like I am taking the example of supervised or unsupervised learning. If a student have a teacher which is guide to the student, that is called the supervised learning, and a student, they don't have a teacher and just taking the material from the another person and read itself. So that is called the unsupervised learning. Only they are given the data and not supervise them. Okay, that's called unsupervised learning. Like this. So there is a 5 images are there in this input data, and unsupervised learning, they are classified that is categorized in the form of different that is duck or no duck. Okay, that is show that is these 3 are the ducks and these are 2 is no duck. So basically unsupervised learning is categorize the data into the form of values into the, there is no algorithms are given, thus just to with the using of it's self learning that it's decided the who is duck or who is duck not. Okay. So in the example we have given some characters to our model which are ducks and not ducks. In our training data we don't provide any label to the corresponding data. So the unsupervised model is able to separate both the characters by looking at the type of the data and models the underlying structure or distribution in the data in order to learn more about it. Okay. So I am taking the example of the cricket. There is a I am given the statistics of the 12 players 11 players of the cricket match, and I am asking to who is the player, who is the batsman, who is the bowler with the unsupervised learning. So with the batting average, if the batting average is great good, and that is called the batsman. If the bowling average is good, that's called the bowler. If the both are good, that's called the all-rounder. Okay. So there is categorized these three data. Clustering and association. So clustering, there are the types of unsupervised learning, clustering and association. So clustering problem is where you want to discover the inherent grouping in the data. such as grouping customer by purchasing behavior. So clustering, just like to in the form of grouping of the data, just like I am taking the example of the e-commerce site, just Amazon and the Flipkart. So Amazon, there is so much grouping of the data, clustering of the data, just like you want to purchase a mobile, and so many mobile are given to the ranges, and you provide to the ranges, and then it's provide the list of the mobile. Association and association rule learning problem is where you want to discover rule that describe large portion of your data, such as people that y x also tend to y buy. Like this, in the e-commerce side also, if you want to purchase a mobile, and it's associated with this the cover, flip cover or cover, or the glass, which is tempered glass, which is for already buy by the some other people. So association means it's to associate with this product X to product Y. Third algorithm is reinforcement machine learning. So a reinforcement learning algorithm or agent learn by interacting with its environment. Okay. So the agent, there is no database, or there is no supervised, and there is no teacher provided. So the agent receive rewards by performing correctly and penalties for performing incorrectly. Basically, these are the two things are mentioned in this. One is if the task is performed correctly, that is given to the rewards, otherwise that is penalty. So the agent learn without intervention from a human by maximizing its reward and minimizing its penalty. So it is type of dynamic programming that trains algorithms using a system of reward and punishment. So basically, we will though in this reinforcement learning, like the example I am mentioned here, example, there is an environment, okay, and environment have a two things are there, one is fire, second one is water, okay. So that is the agent, or we can say that our machine learning agent. So first, for the first step of this agent is observe. So observe, first it's observe the environment, what type of things going on. Second, select action using policies, okay. So select action if using policies, the policies is which is feed to the particular agent. And ouch, here the agent is going to the fire and there minus 50 points. Minus 50 points means it's given a penalty, okay. So third is action, get reward or penalty, fourth step. And fifth, update policies, learning step. If so, there is a minus 50 points, that is we can say that the penalty is penalty given to the this agent, so it's a bad experience. So next time the agent is avoided to going to fire, okay. So update policies, so iterate until an optimal policy is found. So and that particular reinforcement learning is less like the iterative loop, and if there is a always is penalty, and then it's update the we can say that the update the steps, and then going to the optimal solution of the optimal policy is found, and then store this policy. Next time it's not going to this particular fire. So I am taking the example of a dog. If a person have a dog and the person threw a ball to the garden, and dog is catch other than the ball, so that is it's given the punishment. If there is a catch by catch ball, then given to the rewards, okay. So basically that is the example of reinforcement learning. So in the example, we can see that agent is given two option, path with water, path with fire. Reinforcement algorithm work on reward a system. If the agent uses the fire path, then rewards are subtracted, and agent try to learn that it should avoid to the fire path. If it had chosen the water path or the safe path, then some points would have been added to the rewards points. So the agent then would try to learn what path is safe and what path is not. So it is basically leveraging the rewards, obtain the agent, improve its environment knowledge, and to select the next action. Clear? So that is the reinforcement learning. So today's finish of this topic, introduction to the machine learning. If you have any question, and feel free to contact me, and my mail ID is guptapradeep@akgc.ac.in. So thanks for watching me.